everyone. Happy Monday, my crafty creatures. Ooh, so we have hit 98%. We're actually over 98%, which makes me more than pleased. It has been a lot of work. Ugh. So, in hitting 98%, I'm trying to focus as much as I can on the final sprint here. So, oh my goodness. Husband Creature says that there's a very good chance that I will just pop on at like 3 a.m. to finish. Current color is 3708. We'll be working on this color all morning. We might get most of it done. I might get it done today. After this, this color started out with 704 stitches. Oh, I got disconnected, of course. Of course, it wouldn't be a Monday without at least one disconnect. So, the rule is if I 3 times disconnect, I'm done for the day. I'm sorry, I don't have the spoons to keep dropping and then reconnecting. Okay. Now this color fills in a lot of the open space. And it moves relatively smoothly. So here's hoping there's a good chance I will have most of it done in the 2 hours we are working today. Just because of how it is set up. And my motivation. Oh my goodness. 5 years of work. I've been working on this since September 6th of 2019. So, to say I'm motivated to get her done is an understatement. I just have to... The hard part is finding where I need to start stitching. I'm just trying to math out my space. There we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, I just had to find my spot so I can readjust all of my stuff. I moved where my face lamp was so I can use my desk for other things. Because in between streams, I don't take this off the rack, as it were. I just kind of push it up, move it forward, and tilt it. So I don't have a whole lot of desk space per se, but I also have a whole table behind me. This weekend, I've been cleaning, I've been organizing, I've been finishing up projects that were so close to being done. I've also been squaring up some projects that I finished because I'm realizing that you do in fact need to do the finish work. It's kind of like backstitching and cross stitch. I absolutely fucking hate it. But in order to make a good product, you gotta follow through. So, I have been using my fancy dancy square board, and I have been squaring up my bookmarks because they like to twist. So I've been essentially starching them to be square. Well, what people do after they buy them, that's on them. But I'm gonna square it up best I can. Oh, I have this weekend off. It's not supposed to be stupid hot. And we're gonna, husband creature and I are gonna go see Deadpool and Wolverine, and we're gonna play some Terraria. But I'm also gonna clean, organize. I'm gonna work on Buffalo Woman because I know it's almost the end of July, but I would love to end July out on almost 99%. So, and that's only 2,000 stitches, folks. Getting this one color done will be almost 0.5%. So, oh, the hyper focus is real. Okay, blocking. Yeah, I think it's called blocking in knitting too. I don't have the brains as is. I know how to do it, and I even have a, let me. Eh. Oops. I even have a super nice blocking board. I'm not gonna show off what I got, but surprise, motherfucker! See, that's one of the ones that doesn't play. Hello, PPD. He knew it. He sensed that you had left your cool spot. So the area I'm working on right now it fills in a whole lot of the area in the downward section. Like after this color, let's see. After this color, the highest stitch count that I have is, okay, so highest stitch count, next color is going to be 784, and it's 583 stitches. Like, I do that almost in a sitting on my own. So we are closing in. Like, I can't like, I wish I could like give you guys the excitement level that I have as I am. Every time I get a color zero now, it's like, oh my goodness, so close. And I know all of you guys are excited too, because you've been hanging out here for the better part of 2 years. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh yeah, yeah. I don't know. Like the ones that cost 0 bits, they work just fine. But um, I don't get it. I will have to when I'm not focused on finishing such a large project. I might. I'm honestly I'm hoping to have her done before I do my 2 weeks of camp, because in my 2 weeks of camp I'm not going to be streaming because I'm going to be working from 10 in the morning till 11 at night most days. So that's gonna be fun. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna love it, and the paycheck is gonna be nice. It's just gonna be exhausting. But that'll be my transition hiatus. This week I am here. Uh, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Um, Tuesday I might be on a little later. I do have a job interview from 9. I'd figure it only goes till 10, but at the same time, I don't know. Are you looking now? um, let's see. I'll do at this moment math. Let me highlight a couple more stitches and hit my check mark. Let's see. I have 3,866 stitches left. To be fair, I will probably have less than 3,000 stitches by Wednesday. I'm actually a lot of this color is just fill in the space, so it will move fast. Today is probably going to be a big color mover day because, like for example, I have a couple of wild cards to fill in, but this spot right here, this big white spot, I'm about to fill that all in without even having to bat an eye. uh, I'm closing in. I'm closing in so many. Like I am so excited. Like I am trying not to. I'm trying to rush and not rush at the same time, because I can't rush because I don't want to mess up. But at the same time, I'm like, I want to get it done. It's, yeah. I started off at a reach because I just didn't want to forget it. I mean, I have a little bit of dancing left. I have a little bit of spot fills. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh. Okay. Right there. Do. Super excited. Yeah, I wish I had more stuff to talk about work this weekend, but it legitimately was a great weekend at work. No one complained. I helped quite a few people out. Like, I got nothing. It wasn't too hot. I had a great weekend. Oh, so I do have a crochet story though. So I have been practicing with lace weight thread. It's not. Oh, I don't know what to call it. It's not sewing thread and it's not embroidery floss, but it has the same thickness as embroidery floss, but it doesn't have the striation that allows you to separate embroidery floss. So I'm not sure what to call it, but it's the thickness of embroidery floss with the texture of thread, and I've been practicing with that. Um, and I have to crochet much like I have to cross stitch. I cross stitch, as you guys can see in my picture. I have my arms up against my side because when I extend, I start to shake. Um, and as long as I'm leaning on something or I have like something to hold my body still, I can extend. But oh my god, I dump so much water on myself when I try to reach around and be creative, like really getting kind of frustrating. But so I sit in, because sometimes I'm time gated. I'll get all of the work that I need to get done, and I still have like 45 minutes before I can start the next round of meds, which is fine. My boss knows about it. It's just part of the deal. So yesterday I was sitting, I was working a feather bookmark, which is currently being starched. And it's a little one, so I have it up close to my body, and these little old ladies are walking past me. They want my attention for something completely different, but they know I do arts and crafts. So they want to see what I'm doing without looking obvious about like it. And they also, it's weird etiquette. They don't want to disturb me, even though I'm on the clock and it is my job to help them out. And they know this. When I'm doing arts and crafts, that means I am idling. So they will... That was a weird sound. But, so they will walk up to me, and I see them in my peripheral, and let's be fair, I can hear them shuffling their feet 5 miles away. So they'll walk up to me, and they will stand right in my peripheral like I can't see them. They won't say anything. They'll just stare. And then, because they can't see, because I'm holding it so close to my body, they will casually start, like, looking around to see, what I'm doing. And with the bigger yarn projects, it's easy to see what I'm doing because I have a little bit more freedom of motion. It's a little bigger, but if you've worked with crochet threads, you know how tiny and close up you gotta work. So I am minding my own P's and Q's, and I see that 2 ladies did this to me yesterday, as they stop right beside me, like personal bubble right beside me, and they do the eye reach around, and I'm internally giggling. I'm like, why don't you just say something and ask me a question and stop playing this game? One tried to scare me, which is cute. They're so cute. I'm not a jumpy person. It's just not in my nature. It's not to say that I don't get scared. I do get startled, but I do not have the outward reaction that brings joy into the hearts of people who try to scare people intentionally. I don't have that reaction. I'm sorry. Can you startle me? Absolutely. Will you know about it? Probably not. So, one tried to scare me. Just for her to ask if I was looking for her. I'm like, no, if I wanted to find you, I know where to get you. If I need you, I'll find you, Nana. And then the other one needed me to tell her what time it was, because she couldn't look to the clock on her left and tell me what time it was. So I did. It wasn't a big deal. Actually, this works its way into the one thing that pissed me off this weekend. So, we are an independent assisted living facility. If you can do it, you are expected to do it. Now, this being said, we want people to be safe. We want them to be capable. One of the younger gents, he's only 70. He called me over to his room. And he's been acting kind of sketch with me. Like he's been just sketchy. I don't trust what he's doing, and everyone keeps brushing it off. So I've stopped complaining about it, and I just keep writing it down in his notes because I want a record of it. But I'm just tired of telling people about it. So he calls me over to his room, and he opens his door and opens his closet and points to 2 drywall screws on the ground. 2 1-inch drywall screws. He goes, "Can you pick those up?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" So I pick them up, and he's like, "Can you put them over there?" And there was a jar, or there was a container or whatever. I'm like, "Yep." And I go, why? And he goes, well, because I'm not allowed to. I'm like, why? Do we see a trend here? He goes, because I'm a resident here and I'm not allowed to. Someone was looking favorably upon him, because I looked at him, I went, that's not cool. You are absolutely allowed to pick up 2 screws off the ground. He goes, no, I'm not. Linda, who is the activities coordinator, told me I'm not allowed to pick stuff up off the ground. And I go, what? Now, mind you, if it's glass, no. I do not want people, no. We will come in and we will clean up glass. These were drywall screws. There was nothing on them. They were just on the floor. Not even, they weren't a threat to anybody. They were in his closet under something too. So I pick them up and I go, not cool. I will be talking to Cindy about this, because personally I just need clarification. Cindy's my direct boss and I need clarification, because if she says, yes, if you see anything like screws or nuts or bolts in a resident's room, they are not to touch it. Pick them up. The discussion will be closed. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll go apologize to this gentleman, and it will never be a question of why again. But, ugh. Yeah, and it came out just moments after he had asked, hey, can I be alone? And it's like, and he had avoided me for most of his med window. I had 15 minutes left. And I looked at him, I went, you can be alone after you take your meds. And he had like 3 pills to pop, take a sip of water, he can go off on his own. I was like, if you need to be alone so badly, we'll just say you refused your finger poke, because I'm not giving him insulin. We just need it for record. I can say you refused because you needed to be alone. I totally respect and understand that. But if he didn't get the meds that he needed, his alone time was going to be a lot longer and more psychotic. So I got him all set up, and he's like, I'd do anything for you, Sarah. And then we transition into the picking screws up off his closet floor. Like, I have all the red flags, all the bells and whistles were going off at that point, and that's why it irked me so much. It's like, what is going on here? Oh, he keeps trying, like, oh, I'm so dumb. It's like, dude, my good dude, don't play these games with me. I worked in mental health for too long. I don't care. Like, and I have no problems telling people, like, you do what you need to do. It does not personally affect me, so I do not care. And I say that in the most loving, caring way that I can, but I don't care. If your alone time, if you come in and say, hey, I need to be alone, if you're gonna go dance, do meettwist.com, that's fine. I don't care. I don't care if you do it. It's all for you. Or meat spin. Meat spin is what I was thinking of. Don't involve me. I have no interest. Once I leave that building, you're your own autonomous person beforehand. But once I leave the building, I have nothing. Yeah, so that was about the only thing that was interesting. And then he had to ask all of my coworkers, and all of my coworkers are super confused because they know that I'm going to ask why. I think that's the most comfortable I've been with the ASD, is knowing why I like, it's not that I care about the why, I just need to know it. And that is something that it took me a long time to recognize and accept, because before I'd be like, I don't need to know why, but then I realized I did. I do need to know why. Not that I care. I just need to know. Okay. Now that we've run on that tangent. Oh my goodness. But today is gonna be a busy day. I have 3 carts, so running out of string. Do do do. Ooh. Honestly, I don't know. Like, I don't know what I want my goal to be. Um, it is the end of the month. Um, next, you guys are barely gonna see me in August. I'll try to pop on here or there, like if it's a rainy day, or if they, by for whatever reason, actually give me a week where I'm just doing the lifeguarding and not going into work. Because pretty much I'm lifeguarding from 10 a.m. to 4. I'm leaving at 4 and driving right to my normal work. And then, um, la 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 la. And then working from 5 to 11 there. So, it's wild and crazy. And next week, I will not be streaming because I'm working. I'm doing the overnights, so I will be asleep. I might pop on. I might pop on for an hour or two, um, but I don't know because I'm doing overnights. So, that's all I got. Ugh, and that's yeah, and honestly, that's what I'll be. That's what I'll be doing in August is finding a rhythm. And I mean, like I said, I have a job interview. I have a job interview on Tuesday. And this would be a job that would put me back in the 8 to 5 work area, so I would probably be going back to my 8 to 10 stream schedule. But I won't even, I'm not even going to think about that bridge till I get to it, because I don't want to think about it personally, because it is a lot of change as much as I want it. I'd probably go back to close to what I was doing when I started, is uh, a couple days, 8 to 10, and then Sunday, my 11 to 3, or whatever I did on Sundays. But, again, I'm not gonna worry about it till it actually comes to fruition.
Though the bees can get overwhelming, the inspiration they mold in their buzzing I find compelling. A reminder of the power I hold. So I embrace the bees within my brain, even when they drive me insane. For in their chaos, I find a refrain of the beauty and complexity of my inner terrain. You will never understand that this is my norm, and I have chosen to embrace the swarm, the swarm, the swarm, the swarm, the swarm, the
It really, like, filling in this space is really, like, it changes the look so much. Even though, even though there's still, like, huge gaps of white, just this one area is smooths it over so much. Ugh. I'm sorry that you have a headache. Oh, oh yeah. Mhm. Okay, oh, okay. I gotta break into my new bobbin. Broke into my new bobbin, then proceeded to drop it. Ugh. I have to reorganize my thread for my DMC collection. Um, oh, honesty, I've rescued enough collections that I can have I can have all my bobbins like from like 1 to 200 I can have in one case. Like I have the 300s in a case. Like yeah, I have enough. A, I have enough string that I might have to do that, and B, I have enough cases from rescued collections that I could do that. But that'll probably be a project for August when I'm not streaming. Okay, there we go. I don't know what's going on, but the renovation house is definitely. Lots of noise going on at my house, so I'm checking my cameras to see what the fuck is going on. Unfortunately, I have no answers because I'm also in a valley, so I know as weird as it sounds, like I'm halfway down the tallest part of the city, so and the other side is like a very small hill, but I'm like just in line with the top of that hill, so any sound just echoes. That's why soundproofing my house is very important to me. The area that I'm in right now isn't soundproof, but someday, someday I will have it. Oh. Ah. Okay, that was not fun. Okay. I finished the spot. Like, it's all gone now. I notice a big change. Oh my god. I keep twisting my string. Heat and rain, then the grating sound of raw. No, I know my voice isn't bad. When I'm trying to be smooth, it's not bad. When I get annoyed, I get squeaky. We are done a little section. Now I gotta see what direction I need to go. La, la, la. Investigate. Okie doke. Okay, so we will be going up and then down. So here's all that. There's that. There's that. There's that. Start order. Okay, so we'll move over to my next spot that I'll be filling in completely. The next spot fill is all of this right here. All of this area right above my finger. All of that is just this one color. So off we go. This is probably the fastest way to get like 200 or 300 stitches done, as you don't realize, because you have strong stops. You don't have to worry about skipping anything. You have your strong stops, and then you highlight it all and you move on to the next area, which I am more than enjoying. This area, it's kind of like a little chompy thing. So it curves down, it has a little bit of mouth, and then it goes down and it fills in this small area here, and then, I mean, there are little spots, but then I have to go on to the next Then I have to go on to like the next clump of color, so. And honestly, the blocking is a lot of what Divine Instinct is. So it will literally be pages and pages of just block color. So Divine Instinct Day will be a good palm or body double day, because chances are, well, I mean, I can with block color sitting and stitching, I don't have to pay too much attention to the pattern, because as long as I have that main boundary set up, I don't have to worry about it. And it's getting for at least for the first column will be the roughest, because I will have to keep track of the up and down. Because yeah, once I get out to 10, that's the width of a column. So I might do 10 or 20, probably 20, and then I just have to keep track of going all the way down to the bottom of the page. And then after that, I just go out to the 20 and match up with the bottom of the page. So, and hopefully I do better in counting than I did on this one, so that I don't mess up. And I'm sure there's gonna be boo-boos, because this is freaking huge. But I would like to have fewer boo-boos. Mm-hmm.
We stand here together, united as one. One tribe. A feeling from deep inside. A sense of victory and euphoria. Look at us now. United.
As much as I would love to cross stitch, as much and up until I had to go to work, have to go to work after stream, I can't. I'm gonna, because tomorrow we're gonna have strawberry shortcake here at the Creature House. I'm gonna cut up some strawberries and get them setting in some sugar. And tomorrow afternoon, I'm gonna whip up some biscuits.
Together as one.
Uh,
Stand here together, united as one. One tribe. This is our destiny.
Do-do-do.
Look at us now.
Okay.
Release the energy.
I'm just deciding how I want it because I gotta go down here a little bit. But I gotta go down and then back up. So I'll be doing that. I will be doing just that. And with this color, we will be saying goodbye to our friend Chunkacorn. Or, yeah, our chunky Capricorn will be disappearing. So, he'll be blending into the clouds. Okay. Do all these halvesies down and then start a new piece of string to do halvesies back up. Oh, oh. Okay. Just to give you an idea, we've only been, well, I mean, I've been doing this a little over an hour, but I've already done 336 stitches today. I think I was at 134 when I logged on stream. But either way, I still have an hour to go, and I'm cruising right along. So it makes me a happy raw. That's part of the stream is actually therapy to have me sit down and work on my cross stitch because I love my cross stitch, but I will ignore it for things that my brain says, well, this needs to be done, and I will deny myself the enjoyment of my hobby in order to conform to what my brain thinks that I need to be doing, even if it's not anything important. So I use the stream as delegated me time. So welcome to my me time. Goodness. I get that. I totally get that. There's that. La la la. Oh, we have 2 stairs up. We have the up part, and then we have the down part, and then we have to jump around. I have you have more goals than me. My biggest goal is coming into conclusion, getting Buffalo Woman done before fair season. After that, legitimately, my crafting goals, other than maybe organizing my craft room and getting, like, I have business goals that I will achieve, but right now I'm setting them aside to get to my crafty goals. There's that. We've reached the top. Now it's time to go back down. Woo! Vacation is always fun, but there's always a time to go home. Home is nice too. Yep. I have this little area to fill in. This white spot. It's going to disappear. I really enjoy not having to be like, oh, I only do 3 and then I stop. Like, it's just fill in the hole. It's funny. I bought the computer that I'm using for a gaming PC, and then, streaming took over my life. The other computer that I have, I need to get in there and clean it out and spruce it up, and have it connected as a because it's still a really good computer, but it just didn't have the ass for multiple cameras and music at the same time. But as like a word processing, graphic design, um, keep track of business kind of stuff computer, it's good. Funny enough, it was the computer I was saving for when I became the tech person at my work site. And, well, since that's not gonna happen. And it's funny, like, their daytime maintenance person had to quit. And they don't have any maintenance people now. They're down housekeepers. And I was like, hey, yo, I could be maintenance. But because I'm a girl, they don't like it. My yuck is getting the better of me today, so I apologize. Pig, you're fine. That space. This is perfect. I think I might be able to reach any oddballs that are floating around in the ether over here. But this color clump, I'm pretty much done, I think. Let me highlight and search. Let's zoom out a little. Oh no, I got a couple spaces. But now instead of chonka corn, it kind of looks like a dragon face going this way, where this is the eye, and this is the smoke. So we've turned chonka corn into a dragon. Oops, it happens. Okay. I have some down at the very bottom here. That was weird. Okay.
The sound, and you know you want it raw. I'ma tear you up like a motherfucking
Okay, so let's see what we got going. I got this up here, so we got this here. Let's see how much string let's see how well I can play thread chicken. Well, I have plenty of this color left to do. I'm sorry, I don't think my camera can actually. It won't. I don't know as if it will stay. So. So yeah, there. In the area that I'm currently working in, there's a little bit here, and then there's a couple of spots over here this color, and then I get to go back up to the top and tackle the second big chunk. So. Really? Okay. So, needles being a pain in the butt. Oh. These three. These little weird spots I'll be all over the place because they're just like it's hard to railroad them. Just because of how much direction change there is. And I just realized I don't think I've ever explained to people what railroading is. So railroading is what you see me normally do is when I go down one way and then back another. That's known as railroading. Well, So this weekend we had a pair of residents move from the second floor to the first floor because the wife of the pair um, has trouble walking down to the dining room, and her old room was the as far away from the elevator as you could get. That's where their old room was. So they moved down to the first floor to a bit of a smaller room, but at the same time, it's closer to the dining room. So, 6 of one, half dozen of another. And they couldn't figure out how to move them in the program that we use for charting. And neither did I. To be completely honest, neither did I. So I used Google, and because for whatever reason, I'm a super user in the system. Like, they hardly ever need me to do anything, but if I need to fix things, I guess because I pick up on tasks so quickly that they have me as a super user so I can fix it. But I moved them, and I'm all proud of myself. But at the same time, I used Google. And they're like, how'd you do that? I'm like, I Googled what I needed to do, and they gave me the instructions. Because that's what you do. If you don't know how, ask and or look it up. I realize that I am one of the last. I'm some of the last crew that knows how to do encyclopedic research in a library. And so honestly, like, the skills that I gained in being taught how to properly research a paper or something, those skills translate really well to Google, because then I have the world at my fingertips. So if you ever wonder how I do things, it's methodical research and Google, or YouTube, or, well, they're Google technically, but methodical research is how I get shit done. If one place doesn't know how, I'll look somewhere else, and I will ask people. Like, I will never give up. Never! I might surrender, but I will never give up. Okay, time to move to the other area. Okay, this is. How do I want to play this game? I think I'm going to. Definitely, I'm doing this area, but it's a little bit more than I first suspected it to be. Oh my goodness. Okay. Starting over here. This is at the very bottom of the page, this weird little area, so I'm trying to show it off best I can, but unfortunately, this is the very, very bottom, and this is actually some of the last stuff that's on this far low, so... No, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Ah. Are you wound too tight? Is your spring wound too tight? Guys, I'm sorry that they're doing construction where you can hear it. They're doing something in the renovation house, and they're making a lot of truck noise, and the dogs are not liking it. I love filling in the spots. I don't have to count. Oh, that's very fair. Actually, it's... So, there was a broken fan at work. Just broken. I suspect I know what's wrong. But, didn't work, so I was like, I'm gonna take this home because it's broken. And they look at me funny. I'm like, well, it's broken, so you're just gonna trash it. It's broken. I'm gonna take it at home, take it apart, potentially fix it, and then I get a free fan because you were just gonna trash it. And if I don't fix it, then I have spare parts for my other fans. And I've learned something. Dooby-doo. There's that little cluster color. Oh, trying to zoom out and start the other portion of the downward go. Ooh, excuse me. Now, I can say that I'm not going to get the color finished today, but I will probably have it finished shortly into tomorrow. Okay. Because so the last bits of this color. Let's see. So it's let me see if I can adjust over here. So there's one last clump in here. And then what we're going to work on is, so up where we started earlier today, there's like a gentle sloopy sloop slide that goes all the way down. And that's what we're about to work on. If I can get my string untangled, which I'm quite honestly very shocked that I managed to tangle it while it was still off the needle. Like, seriously. Time to zoom in. Oh. I will get the camera where it needs to be once I figure out where I need to be. Which is always the fun part. That little nebula thing there. That right there. Okay. There's that. I'm anchoring the thread, and then I will adjust the camera accordingly. Here. Well, dry erase boards are pretty cool. Okay, I will. I'll think of something. I know all my regulars have more than enough points. Were you expecting him to handle it well? I mean, like, come on now. Okay. So, I'll see. I still got, okay, I got 20 minutes still. I can truck through this and. This entire stretch is just one one thin line that just keeps gradually working its way down. But it's the crest of the some of the clouds, so eh, well, sometimes life experiences can be humbling. When you think you know everything and you think, oh yeah, I got this, life will find a way to tell you, no, bitch, you don't got this. in this space here. Eh. Doobie-doo. Yeesh. I texted my boss because I have funny stories to tell her about someone who I actually finally spoke up and not necessarily tattled on, but pointed my boss in a direction where she needs to maybe address a situation. And last night I had to count the meds with her. Now, this woman is very bitter. She's a very bitter, petty woman, and that coming out of me is saying something. So I had to count off with her last night, and I wasn't the only one who had said something, but mine was the straw that broke the camel's back kind of level. And of course, because I'm the loudest of the squeaky wheels about her, she blames me 100%. But yeah, so counting off with her, nothing, silence. Didn't even say a damn word to me last night when I counted off with her. I said, "Have a good night." Nothing. She stomped around like nobody's business. It's like, and this is why I said something, because she creates a toxic work environment. Her presence is so negative that even with her not speaking, it is a toxic work environment. But I was going to tell my boss about that, and then I found out something awful happened in her life, and I'm like, oh fuck, my story can wait. So now I'm like, oh my god. So, okay, I'm gonna finish up this line and this spot right here because that will actually, funny enough, I'm going to have to swap out string because I can't chicken my way through this one line. But I'll give stats after I'm done this line. Where did I put my string? Like, seriously? I know I didn't use it all. Oh, there it is. I'm like... I want to thank everyone for hanging out with me on this Monday morning. my tasks for after I turn off stream as I knock my scissors on the floor. I'm gonna prep some blueberries for strawberries for strawberry shortcake. Blueberry shortcake comes later on. Some strawberry shortcake. I'm gonna try to actually finish this color up because I went from 700 stitches to less than 200. I'll have how close to, I haven't hit my check mark in a while, so I think I will have less than 200 after I hit my check mark. Oh my goodness. Now I'm gonna, did I get all of that? I did. Damn. Okay. So. Six more stitches before I'm below 200. But anyway, I'll give everybody where we're at. So. So, started off stream at 98.10%. We are now at 98.27%. I got 508 stitches done in about 3 hours because I started stitching at about 9. We're in the final countdown. We have, let's see, let's do the math. Let's do the math. Let's see. 202. We have 3,558 stitches left to do. So, oh my goodness. But I will end it here for today because my dogs heard my closing lines and now they're going bananas. And I will be back on hopefully at 10 tomorrow, maybe a little later. Just because I have that interview. But until then, have a fantastic day. Enough. Oh my goodness. I gotta go. My dogs are going crazy. I love you all. Stay safe. Drink your water. Take your meds. I'm gonna punch a dog here in a second. Talk